There's something quietly sacred about the way older people tell stories. They'll sit across from you, their hands folded, their eyes not quite on you, and begin to speak in that drifting way memory does, half here, half somewhere else. Sometimes the story is a little different than the one they told last year or last week. Sometimes they tell it again and again, each time with a new detail or a softened ending. And sometimes they say something that makes you pause and think, wait, that's not how I remember it at all. That's where this reflection begins. Because something happens in those moments, especially in families, when an elderly parent, grandparent, or loved one tells a version of a story that doesn't match the facts. Someone speaks up to correct them. No, that's not how it happened. You weren't there, remember? Or worse, you already told us this. And maybe the facts are important in certain contexts, but more often, I think we miss what's really happening. We get caught up in chronology, but we miss the psychology of it. We listen with our ears, but we forget to listen with our hearts. What if the purpose of these stories is not accuracy, but integration? What if the elderly aren't just reminiscing, they are repairing, piecing together the shape of their life, trying to make meaning out of decades of emotion, confusion, regret, and love? What if the repetition, the revision, the re-narrating isn't a mistake, but a final act of authorship? In this episode, I want to explore the emotional and psychological importance of storytelling as we age, why we need to let our elders tell their stories, even if the facts shift, even if we're tempted to jump in, even if we carry our own pain about the past. Because beneath the surface of the story is something deeper, something about dignity, coherence, and the need to be seen, not just for who we were, but for who we believe ourselves to be. Let them tell the story, even if it's not yours, even if it's not quite true. Because for them, in that moment, it's everything.
Hello and welcome to The Psychology of Us with Professor R.J. Starr, where we explore the mind's influence on life, relationships, and society.